you average out the View hosts among the dumbest people on television?
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person.
I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys.
What's up, Black Coffee Crew? Today we're diving headfirst into a controversy that's got everyone talking. Carrie Underwood's performance at the Trump inauguration and the subsequent fallout, culminating in a defamation lawsuit and Joe Rogan's commentary. Now, we're not going to rehash every single detail that's already been covered to death, but instead I want to talk about the bigger picture and the blatant hypocrisy that's been on full display. Let's be clear, this whole situation started when Carrie Underwood chose to perform at an event that she said was about unity, and The View reacted with extreme criticism. Sonny Hostin questioned her patriotism and basically called her out for normalizing a convicted felon.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
yeah.
it is a rabies-infested hen.
Let's forget for a moment that Carrie Underwood has stayed out of political debates and that her fans come from across the political spectrum. The View panel immediately tried to force Carrie to take a political stand. The audacity to question someone's love for their country because they don't align with their political views is truly something. And then came Joe Rogan, who didn't hold back. He mocked Sonny Hostin, calling her dumb and criticizing the show for being sensationalist. Now, while I'm not always in agreement with Rogan, he does highlight the absurdity of the situation.
Country music, I think
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I can't sing. You would not sing? No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of my family voted for Trump. They love the country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story.
I would love for you to do a roast at the Trump inauguration. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no one else had any thought?
And let's not forget that all this is happening because an artist with her own political views chose to perform at an event she chose to perform at. The View went into attack mode simply because she didn't do what they wanted or say what they wanted. The hypocrisy here is astounding.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are. So let's put this in perspective here. What do y'all think?
I personally hope we're moving beyond the era of politics where we want to cancel people's livelihoods because we don't like their politics. And whether it was the Dixie Chicks for criticizing George Bush, didn't agree with it then, and Carrie Underwood, if you have a problem, you register your complaint by not downloading her songs and not going to her shows.
Right.
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right. She's probably going to make a lot of money off of it. So I get why she did it.
The View, a show that claims to be about diverse perspectives and open conversation, immediately jumps to judgment when someone doesn't conform to their specific narrative. They actively encourage free speech when it aligns with their agenda, but attack anyone who dares to step outside of their narrow viewpoint. It's a selective outrage machine. They are questioning Carrie Underwood's patriotism while calling out for others to be canceled and boycotted just because her decisions don't sit well with them.
I've scheduled a spa day.
I'm not even going to tell you what I'm doing. Don't worry. I'm not telling. No, because it was always in the books. Who knew this was going to be the day that it chose? Because it's also a very interesting day, right? The 21st.
It's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And you can choose to celebrate it how you want. You can honor MLK.
I'm going to honor him and at the spa.
Well, as long as it's a free country and it holds, I would agree with everybody. It is a free country at the moment.
Well, yeah. You know, but it's up to us to make sure that doesn't start to change.
Yes, right.
You know,
Well,
that's...
we're trying.
Well, we're trying, yes. And it's important not to forget that we have that right. It is up to us.
Yeah.
Now, there are other people performing too, and I don't really even want to bring it up.
This situation isn't just about Carrie Underwood or Trump. It's a microcosm of a larger problem, the inability of our society to engage in respectful dialogue. It's about how we treat each other when we have different opinions.
Calling for her to be boycotted and canceled. John Rich weighed in, saying there are several top-tier country artists who support Trump, and I wish they'd finally have the balls to come forward and be counted. Ain't nothing outlaw about keeping your mouth shut to appease the record label. Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys.
The View and its panelists claim to be champions of tolerance, yet they actively demonize those who don't agree with them. It's clear that they're part of the problem, not the solution. They turn a debate about a simple issue, like an artist's decision to perform at an event, into a political battlefield.
I don't think so, but then you pushed her and she said, yeah, I guess I am.
Well, I said to her, do you believe that women should make the same amount of money as men? Well, I guess I am a feminist.
Yeah, and she said, I guess I am a feminist. So I think people feel pretty strongly about it. I think art is art, and you know, you have a right to perform where you want to perform. I agree with you, Joy. I can't sing a lick, but I certainly, and I have not been asked, but if I were asked, it would be a hard no.
Well, they wouldn't ask me, so I have no...
Right, yeah. They're not asking any of us.
We need to move beyond this constant outrage and selective tolerance. It's time to understand that people can have different political beliefs without being enemies of the state. It is time to move beyond the politics of canceling people's careers because they don't align with our views. What's more important is whether we respect each other's decisions, even when we don't agree with them.
If you know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain.
We've got to allow artists to be artists without forcing them to take political sides. I hope this whole situation serves as a much-needed reminder that we're better than this. That's all for today, folks. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember to keep it real. We'll catch you in the next one.